This morning on Today's Woman, 5 health rules you don't have to worry about. Sure, you can pop a vitamin a day and bundle up in the cold, but do you really have to? Nieca Goldberg is a cardiologist and author of Dr. Nieca Goldberg's Complete Guide to Women's Health. And Stacey Morrison is the editor-in-chief of Red Book magazine. Good morning to both of you.
Good morning.
All right, so this is exciting. We all look to break the rules, right?
Right, bust those myths.
Stacey, the first one we can break, you don't have to eat breakfast every day. Really? I always thought you had to.
You absolutely don't. Your feet don't have to hit the floor and head right to the kitchen. The point is to listen to your body and know what to do. But if you're trying to lose weight, you must have breakfast. Research consistently shows that if you skip those calories in the morning, you will more than make up for it, probably double later in the day.
And Dr. Goldberg, I mean, I always thought you had to get something in your stomach to kickstart your mind, kickstart your metabolism. Not true?
You know, my mom told me that also. She told me breakfast is brain food.
Exactly.
But really what's most important is when you're ready to have your first meal of the day, it should be what you eat that's most important. You know, having a healthy breakfast as opposed to grabbing a donut, which is basically fried carbs. It'll go right to your stomach, not your brain.
All right, so that's good to know. It's what you eat, not when you eat. Let's move on to the second rule that we can break, and that is we don't have to have a monthly self-breast exam. I mean, that's something that you hear from your doctor, it seems, every time you go. Are you doing your breast exams? This doesn't have to happen every month.
Well, the thing that doctors have just found out, and you can speak more to this in just a minute, is that it discovers tumors late when they're larger. So the thing that is the absolute frontline defense for breast cancer will remain a mammogram, which you should have from the age of 40 or younger if there's history in your family, 25 or 30, depending. But it doesn't mean that you shouldn't be familiar with your body. I mean, it's not meant to say don't bother.
You know, this is a really hot topic. What doctors do know is that women know their bodies the best. So it's really important to know what your body feels like when you're normal so that you know what it feels like when it's not so normal. If you feel comfortable doing a self-breast exam, then do it. But clearly, don't forget to get your yearly mammogram after the age of 40 and younger if you have an early family history. That's right.
Absolutely.
So it's really important to stick with those mammogram appointments.
Okay. Stacey, on to the next rule that we can break. You don't have to take a multivitamin every day.
This one for me was a big cheer.
My mom constantly, did you take your vitamins today? And then I'm giving my kids the vitamins because my mom tells me I have to. You don't.
And you don't. Research has shown again and again that it's the healthy diet that matters most, and that vitamin cannot replace the nutrients that you miss if you do not eat a diet rich in fruits, vegetables, and whole grains. Nothing is going to replace it.
Dr. Goldberg, though, if you aren't eating properly, should you take a multivitamin? Does it help?
Well, if you're not eating properly, you should talk to your doctor about taking a vitamin. But I think it's great that Red Book is doing this because my patients need to know that the best way to get your nutrients is from regular food. You know, a bag of salty chips is bad for you whether or not you take a vitamin.
Even though it's so good.
I know it might taste good, but it's not good for you.
Health, right?
Right.
All right, so the next rule that we can break, apparently, and you hear this, oh, it's cold outside, you should stay indoors, or you should bundle up if you go outside because you don't want to catch a cold. Break that rule, Stacey,
well, the fact
right?
is all the germs are inside. You know, we close our windows, we batten down the hatches, we turn on the heat, the air's recirculating, and so going outside actually gives you a break from all of the germs. So cold doesn't make you have a cold. Cold is just a different outdoor experience.
It's just, I mean, we hear it all the time, Dr. Goldberg. It's so funny.
If you want to go out in the cold, wear a coat. I mean, let's face it, going out in the cold is not going to give you a cold. But you need to be bundled up. In fact, exercise is important whether it's the summer or the winter, unless you have a specific health condition. If you want to prevent a cold, you need to wash your hands, get plenty of rest, and stay away from people who have colds.
That's very smart. All right, here's the best rule of all that we get to break. You can eat after 7 o'clock, Stacey.
You can.
At night, we should mention.
But you can't eat potato chips.
Oh,
I hate to say that. I mean, I think the thing is our late night snacks, like getting cozy on the couch while you're watching your favorite TV show, it tends to be ice cream, pretzels, potato chips. It's never going to be good. Go for a smaller snack, something that fuels your body, 100 to 150 calories.
There are some cases, though, where you should be careful about eating after 7, Dr. Goldberg?
You can eat after 7 provided you're not going to sleep at 7:30.
Right.
You should wait about 3 to 4 hours before going to sleep, between your last meal and going to sleep, unless you want to be up all night with acid reflux.
Oh, okay. That's all I need to hear. Dr. Nieca Goldberg, thank you. Stacey Morrison, we appreciate your time today.
Thanks.
Still to come on today, country music.